Hi Lyla, how are you?
I'm good, Rick. How are you?
You've been very busy recently, haven't you?
Yes, I've been very busy. Too many projects to handle sometimes, but all makes me very happy.
What are some of the things that you've been up to?
Well, I just finished walking with a group, and we've walked 350 miles in the name of Navajo land, Navajo culture, and Navajo people. Because currently Diné people are experiencing a lot of oppression from energy corporations, and our land is becoming really contaminated by uranium, coal, and fracking. And so basically about 20 young people, we walked 350 miles to pray for the land and for the people, and to just show the world that we do care about who we are. We don't want our language to go extinct. This year also marks the 150th anniversary of the Long Walk, in which 9,000 Diné people were marched at gunpoint for over 300 miles and put in a concentration camp. So that happened 150 years ago, but we as Diné people are still living with that legacy today. This group of women who organized the walk, we've been praying for years. The fracking has ripped apart our communities, and we really wanted to do something. For me personally, what prompted it was learning the history of assimilation and realizing that I have a responsibility to reverse that assimilation and to go back to who I am as a Diné woman. So right now my life is all about learning the language, protecting the land, and having my children there on the reservation where they can learn what it means to be Diné. So that's what prompted me to do it personally, was to come back to who I am. So we just finished 2 legs of the journey. The first was 225 miles, the second was 350. We have 2 more because Diné people, like a lot of indigenous tribes, do everything in 4s. We honor the 4 directions, the 4 stages of life, the 4 times of day, and the 4 grandparents that you have. And so we have 2 more walks to go, and we'll be walking from Flagstaff to Durango. That's the 3rd walk, from Doko'asli to Debinsa, which is our 2 sacred mountains above those 2 towns. And then we'll be walking from Durango clockwise over to San Luis Valley to Cisnagene, which means Blanca Peak. So, and then once we're finished with that, we're hoping that it will really inspire our Diné people to come back to themselves and to take pride in who they are, and to know that there is hope. There is hope for Diné people and all indigenous peoples across the country, and all people in general, that we have the ability to take our destiny into our own hands, and we don't have to just put up with what the hegemony of capitalism and what have you has placed on us. Well, the main thing I'd really like to get the word out about right now is that I'm having a fundraiser concert on Saturday, April 25th at 7:30 at Shri Yoga Studio. And this is a fundraiser concert for another project, which is the Black Hills Unity Concert. And it's about a $150,000 production. So we're trying to raise funds to put on this concert in the Black Hills, because in 1868, the Fort Laramie Treaty promised the Black Hills to Lakota, Nakota, and Dakota people forever, with undisturbed and absolute guardianship of those lands. Since then, a lot of Black Hills land has been quietly and illegally stolen, and basically a land grab. And so there's lots of people there, and we're putting on this concert to raise awareness about the treaty, and to ask the world to honor this treaty, to honor the people who this is their most sacred land, and to give them the right just to go up and collect medicines, just the right to pray there, and just the right to be connected to that place. Right now the federal government is still holding on to it. So we're asking to kind of really make some reconciliation between indigenous peoples and the federal government, much like when the Redskins trademark was revoked from the NFL because it was racist. Kind of something like that. We want the federal government to really acknowledge that they have an opportunity to right a great historical wrong. This year we have Frank Waln is confirmed. He's a young hip-hop artist that's kind of blowing up these days, and he's gonna be there. and we're still collecting talent as we speak, but it's mainly meant to showcase Indigenous artists, and we also have a few big headliners like Jackson Browne and things like that to kind of bring the people in, but to really put the Indigenous musicians front and center. So it's a really cool event, and it really brings people together behind Indigenous peoples, which I think is what everyone is yearning for. So the Black Hills Unity concert happens August 29th, 28th, and 30th, and you can find more information at theunityconcert.com. And I'd be really grateful if you all came out to the fundraising concert and helped us raise a little bit of money to put this on. It's quite a big production, and it's a really good cause, and it's healing for everyone. Red people, white people, black people, yellow people. It really helps us all to come together as the family that I think we were meant to be. So come on out and see some good poetry and music and other artists coming out for the evening as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.